Well, good morning again. Today, I'm going to continue on my cowl journey. I think yesterday I put some epoxy primer on the inside. And so today I think I'm going to make sure that they fit up pretty good and they fit inside the car. And then I'm going to weld the two pieces together and see what we can do from there. So stick around. All right, well, I flopped it on here, and just because I think they're different manufacturers between the firewall I put on here and the cowl. These little tabs are hitting on the upturned part of the firewall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and trim these puppies down, and then we'll reset it and see how it looks. But as you can see, it's lining up pretty good. And like I said, I wanted to get that epoxy on there because once you seal this up, it is. So we'll get on that right now, and then we'll put these back down and see if it fits a little bit better. I still have to patch this hole before we do anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this, see if I can get it to fit, and then we'll come back and take a look at patching this. All right, so like I just showed you, these little nubs there's not enough room for them on the new firewall. So I'm gonna take my my handy dandy grinder here with a flat disc and just level them out a little. But anyways, I trimmed those off, and when I put you back on, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so for some reason this stuff doesn't fit up very well, but we'll have to get that straightened out. But it now fits within the channel. One down there and right there. Plenty of room, can slide around. It's not tight. So there you go. Well, it fits, but for some reason this is low. But I think I will get that figured out. It fits back here. The holes don't line up too well, but I can get that figured out. But now at least it's seen. So that's lined up. This is lined up. These are a little bit tight, but it's close. All right, it fits great. I lined up the holes pretty much the best I can with the three different pieces of different manufacturers. I think the cowl is by one, and then the firewall is by somebody else. But once I cut these little tabs off, it sits pretty nice. Sucks up tight up against this. I'll have to straighten that out before I install, and then clean up the edge. But like I was saying yesterday, what I think I'm going to do is spot weld everything that I can get to with the spot welder, which is all of this long and then that, and then just do this top with the structural adhesive. So, well, I'm going to do structural adhesive around the whole thing as well, but that way the only thing that's up here is the spot welds. So, I mean the structural adhesive. Today I'm fixing this little piece right here. It was rusted all the way through when I took it apart. So today I'm going to try and patch it with this and weld it up so it's ready to receive the cowl section that I've prepped for installation. I just got to weld it in now. But before I do that, I need to get this fixed. So that's what I'm working on today. All right, so I made a little patch. Basically just a Z piece, and then I'm going to make another patch to go right over here to seal up the hole. But I had to extend this so the lip had something to rest on, and we'll go from there. So all right, I'm going to see if I can how that sits with the cowl. And then we'll weld it all the way in. but I got it tacked in there right now. So just plop these on here for right now. It's a tight fit, but I wouldn't want it to be loose. So I'm going to need to knock it in a little bit. It sticks out a little bit far, but it looks like it's going to be perfecto. So I'm going to use a hammer. I'm going to knock it in a little bit, then we'll try it again. All right, that fits pretty damn good, if I say so myself. So I'm gonna finish welding that in, and then I'm gonna make another piece. You don't have to watch me weld, but I'm gonna get that all welded in. I'll show you the next piece when I get that one out here. All right, so I got this first piece on here. It still fits. So now I'm gonna make one more little piece just to go from here and down. So I'll weld something up to close this in, and then after we get everything welded in, I'm sure I'll put some seam sealer over that before we paint it all. But that way it's mostly closed. So I have this piece. I'm going to try and just curve it a little bit by using my hands to see if I can get it close to that opening size right there. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to pause you while I mess with this, and then I'll bring you back. All right, so what I've done is I cut a piece, and then I'm getting it formed close to what I need right there. And I'm using what I have there already as a piece to bend it against. I've cut this so that it'll bend a little easier. But as you can tell, it's getting close to where I need it to be. So I think I'm getting close. So I'm going to trim it down a little bit more, just so it'll sit a little bit better, and I'll bring you back before I weld that sucker in. All right, I got it fitted in there pretty well. I'm gonna try and get this sucker to, trying to make sure I got a good ground. I think that'll work. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully I got the camera in a good spot. Alright, I'll show it to you in a minute, but I want to try and see, make sure the stuff still fits in there. And if I ever say that I'm a welder, just make fun of me in the comments, because I am no welder. But hopefully I can make it stick together. That's my goal, make sure that the... Alright, so now it's got something holding it up, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Yep, got some more grinding to do. So let me do that and I'll show it to you. got it sitting down on there. Put the other piece on, see what happens. Yeah, I'll just have to tighten that up a little bit, but for the most part, everything's gelling. Whoo! So there you go. I'll show you what it looks like here in a second. All right. I think I'm getting ready to put this sucker in. I'm not going to rush it today. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to mark it with a mark slot where the holes line up. And then I'm going to take it off and spot weld this piece to that piece with my 240 volt spot welder. And then I'll come back and then I will get it ready and prepped to use the structural adhesive for putting the whole package in and attaching it to the firewall. So that's the plan. All right, so I got this fixed. I should have showed you that. I'm gonna put this puppy in here. Make sure it still fits. Once it's fitting in there, which it is, nicely, very nicely, I'm gonna put the outer cowl on. And then I'm gonna mark it so that I make sure I mark the two pieces where they will be going together so I can weld them into the right position. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to clamp this sucker in here, make sure I got it where I want it to be arranged, and then I'm going to mark the holes. So give me a few. All right, so here we go. I took it from over there after I marked where everything should line up. It's a little bit off, but what I'm going to do is drill some spot weld holes, because I really don't think I'll be able to get to the front here with that spot welder. But I'm going to try while I got it all out, see how close I can get to this stuff. But if I can get to it, then I'm going to spot weld this together and then put it in there and then make sure everything still fits. And then I'm going to put some good grip in everything so that way I can put some structural adhesive on the top and all the way around just to try and seal it a little bit. And then we will spot weld her in. So that's what I'm going to try and get done. All right, well, the time has come. I have worked and slaved to get the cowl replaced. So today I'm going to spot weld the cowl together. So that way tomorrow I can install the cowl. So without much more ado, let's get into it. All right, let's see how this goes. Hopefully it doesn't go badly, because then I'll be upset. All right, let's see if we can get this. It does not seem to be. I got weld through primer. It should be able to zip through weld through primer. If it can't go through weld through primer, I'm going to be pretty upset, because that means I'm not ready to go. So let me try another spot. Clean off the tips. Maybe that's what it is. We'll see. Nope. It's not getting through the weld through primer. Well, ain't that a kick in the old bejewels? Oh, that's not good. Let me shut you off and regroup. I think the tips were bad, because I got her going and I put a spot weld in while you weren't on, so we're gonna continue on down this road. I think I might have not had it tight enough either. That one is it. Come on. Come on. Well, what the hell, man? There we go. We're getting them. I don't know why some of these aren't working though. Nope. All right, I'm gonna clean off the bottom and clean off the tips, and then we'll be back. I don't know. I cleaned off the tips, and then it works. I turn the thing off and it works. There we go. There we go. So I think, I don't know what I was doing wrong, but this thing is magical. It is heavy though. I will give them that. All right. Whew. There we go. We're halfway done. Halfway to the old promised land. Turn this around so I can get to this side. Might need to put a few more in right here now that I'm looking at it. I'm going to put a couple more in on this side before I totally move it. Gotta get in shape to hold that thing. All right, let's flip this around and get the other side. You know what I saw somebody else do is prior to putting this in, they actually mounted their windshield wiper in there. So I might take that under advisement. But let's get this done first before I start thinking ahead to the next thing. All right, here we go. Come on. All right, it was working. Let me stop and clean the tips, and then I'll turn you back on, because that seemed to do the trick last time. All right, here we go again. See how this one goes. It's working now. Oh, let it rest a minute. Me too. Oh, hopefully, come on. Come on, you. Gotta get this in, and then I'll flip it over and see if I gotta hit any more spots that I might have missed. But I think it's going good for what it's worth. I might hit one here, and then the end. Get a couple more down here and then move to the other end. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. That one worked. So it must just be something right here. Not getting good path. Yeah. All right. We're gonna flip it over and take a look at it. All right. That might have been part of the problem, trying to weld through paint, but it did it. So I might add a few more before I put everything up, but I think I gotta put one right there. I think it's getting real close to being ready to install, which is a great thing because that'll let me move on to some other stuff. But this is awesome. I can put a couple more in there, but hell yeah. All right. Never thought I'd get to this point, so that's a good thing. All right, well, you saw that today. Got everything prepped and ready to go with the cowl. That means the only thing I have left to do is to rough up the metal, put some structural adhesive on it, and then spot weld it in. So that'll probably be the next video, but thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody. Please like, please subscribe. Share if you can. But like I said, I appreciate everybody. So keep on coming back and I'll keep on making them. Thank you and have a great day.